There is something beautiful about what you've been through. There is something beautiful about going into the darkness, into the fire, and coming out on the other side. But sometimes, because we're not letting go, we're still on fire when we shouldn't be. We're still in the dark when we shouldn't be. Do you think there could be a part of you that wants to remain in pain, that wants to hold on to the negative things because it makes you feel more justified? It makes you feel something in your identity, in your validation of yourself, something that has become so much a part of you that you don't even know how to let go. And I ask that because a couple things. One, I saw Theo recently, in one of his podcasts. He was talking about how there's some things he doesn't think he wants to let go of, even though he does. He's recognized like there's a part of him, there's a painful part that he's not sure how to live without because it's become so ingrained in the person and the character. And without that, what is he? What am I? And this morning, as I was processing some things related to my father, I recognized that there's a piece of me that does not want to let go of some of the pain associated with him because I am connecting that to love and to holding on to him specifically. And that letting go of some of that pain is almost like letting go of a part of him. And if this makes sense to you, it makes sense to you. It's not, I don't expect it to make sense to everybody. But sometimes I think there's things within us that have become so ingrained. And a lot of times it is the pain. And sometimes the thing about the pain is the pain makes us feel almost validated about certain things. There's almost this stripe of, or badge of honor that we get, these stripes of life, the scars and so on, to say, hey, look what I've done. Even as I talk to my kids and I look at some of what's happening, I'm like, hey, I would have just ran through this. Like we were expected to just get back on the ice. Like you just suck it up. And I think there's some value in that. And I also think there's value in resilience, but there's also value in stopping and breathing and saying, hey, what's going on? How am I? And when I got shot, I realized like there was a piece of me that wanted to be able to wear the bullet around my neck, that wanted to be able to put it in a jar or something and set it on the desk so people could ask about it. What's that? It's like, oh, that. Oh, that. That's funny you should ask. Interesting story. There's my street cred that's attached to that. And the things, the scars that we carry, so oftentimes there's almost a sense of pride that we can have about carrying these experiences or going through these things. And it's weird because there is something beautiful about what you've been through. There is something beautiful about going into the darkness, into the fire, and coming out on the other side. But sometimes, because we're not letting go, we're still on fire when we shouldn't be. We're still in the dark when we shouldn't be because we haven't figured out how to let it go, because we're so attaching our experiences to our identity that we can't tell the difference anymore. And you are not that. You're not your experiences. You're not the things that you did. You're not the things that were done to you. You are something else. You are something profound, and you are a spiritual being and an essence that was created by the Most High God to be in his likeness. And so the pain is something you experience, but it is not you. As I'm learning to separate these two things, my experience and my identity, my belief and my behavior, they're connected, but they are not the same thing. As I'm learning to do this, transformation is beginning to happen. I'm beginning to have more agency over my life than I've ever had. I'm beginning to have more autonomy, more freedom than I've ever had, because I'm learning that, bro, you don't have to accept these things. This pain that you carry, this darkness that you carry, it's not going to be always. You are walking into more and more freedom because you're figuring out something. You're figuring out how to separate the two. And when you do that, and when you get to that place, and when you can set the badges of honor down, because I don't need you to see me and validate me for me to know that I'm valid, for me to be authenticated. I don't need your approval. I don't need the blue check. I don't. I know who I am. Officially me all the time. I know who I am. I have been sent here. I've been made here. God formed me. Before I was in my mother's womb, He knew me. He sent me here for a purpose. I am here for a purpose. You are here for a purpose. We don't need each other to validate each other. Christ did not need the man to validate him. He knew what was in man. He knows most of us are lost. Most of us are trying to figure out what in the hell is going on in the first place. So why would I need you, who's super lost and super confused and very insecure, obviously, because I look at your thoughts, habits, and patterns. Why would I need you to validate me? I don't need to compare my pain to yours. I don't need to one-up you. You don't need to one-up me. Man, we've been through some stuff. Let's go get into some stuff. Some good stuff. Some fun stuff. Some life-giving, love-giving stuff. Let's be open. Let's put the fear behind us. Let's put the past behind us. Let's move forward in love and grace.